Hey guys, Anthony, the MMA and political analyst. Today we're going to talk a little bit about a political issue. Um, we're going to talk about the Confederate flag. Why did that randomly come up? Well, we were talking about it at work today, and I decided I want to talk about it on my channel today. So I know that this issue has been talked about, you know, ad nauseum by people all over the country, but I just figured I'd chime in on it today, just for the heck of it. Um, So I'll just start by saying that honestly, I don't care. If you want to have your flag, have your flag. It doesn't really bother me, and I completely understand that to some people it doesn't mean to them what it might mean to, well, me, right? I understand that. I understand that some people feel like, look, this is just a symbol of my heritage. It's a part of my history. It's a part of my family. Blah 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 blah. Right? And I'm not being dismissive of that. I completely understand. However, comma, I would wish and I would hope that those same people who aren't racist or don't support slavery or whatever it is, I would hope that they would at least consider the fact that you cannot separate the history of that flag from what you believe today. So if you're not a racist person and you're just a normal person and you just like to hang out and you accept all people, you have no biases toward anybody, anything like that, you can't separate the history of that flag from that. They go right on together. So you might not be a racist person, no, but that flag you're carrying, well, at some point in history was, right? You can't deny it. It's together. You got to take it all for what it's worth. Okay, the racism and the terrible history of that flag goes right along with you right now, whether you like it or not. You can't separate it. Give you an example. You go to Germany. Being a Nazi is like all but outlawed there, right? You can't be a Nazi. I mean, I know there's people who run around in Germany, like pseudo pretending to be Nazis. I got it. But for the most part, that entire brand is illegal. And you also can't be like a Holocaust denier. It's technically illegal. Now, I don't support that. I think we should have freedom of speech, so you should be able to say whatever you want. So if you went around here and deny the Holocaust, go ahead, dude, have fun. But at the same time, at least I admire the fact that they see that part of their history as terrible, and they don't want to be associated with that anymore. They're like, man, that was horrible. We don't even want to pretend that didn't even happen to us. We're just sweep it under the rug, forget about it, right? And for good reason, because it was a very terrible part of their history that I think a lot of people are still ashamed of even today. And so I got it. I understand that. So you wouldn't see a person today, like a normal person, just a normal, average, everyday citizen in Germany, walking around with a Nazi flag and being like, "What? Well, I don't believe in. I don't want to. I don't know, start huge wars and get millions of people killed and slaughter 6 million Jewish people. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. You can't do that. You can't separate the two. You may not want to slaughter 6 million people and start these huge wars all over the world. No, you may not want to do that. But you can't escape the fact that the people who wore that same flag that you're carrying around right now did do that. Right? You can't separate the two, my friend. They go right hand in hand together. It's like, dude, I understand you're a German person, you're proud of that, and you want to celebrate your history. Well, there's like plenty of other things in your history for you to celebrate and for you to be proud of. Let's maybe consider to try to find something else. Just put a couple thoughts behind it, my friend. That's all I'm saying. Now it's ridiculous that I'm saying this, but that's the comparison I make. And going back to the United States with the Confederate flag, it's the same thing. Of all the things that happen in your family, all the things that happen in your past, all of the things that you should be proud of, that you want to represent, you have to pick that. Really, guy? I would hope that you'd find something else to represent, your current belief system, whatever that may be. However, if you choose not to and you want to associate yourself with that, whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. Um, as we live in a free country, people are allowed to do whatever it is they want to do. For the most part, obviously. And so I don't really have a problem with that in that sense. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't agree. Obviously, you won't see me carrying one around, but at the same time, I just wish people would at least take that into account before they want to wave the flag around or paint it on their car or whatever, right? Or paint their motorcycles like that, especially you know in my environment, like in the army, because the last thing you want is for people to be divided, right? And so let's just say you're in a leadership position and you drive to work in your Confederate colored truck or your Confederate flag painted motorcycle, and whether you like it or not, you've alienated, you know, probably at least 20 to 30, maybe even higher percent of the people who work for you, the people under your charge, right? I mean, really, honestly, if you're an 18-year-old soldier who's African American, are you really going to trust a 40-something-year-old sergeant major or battalion commander who's driving around in a Confederate flag painted motorcycle or car? Really? Now look, you as that battalion commander or sergeant major, or name your leadership position, you might not be a racist person. You may have no issues with that soldier at all, and you may treat all soldiers equally. You might be like that, but how is that 18-year-old private supposed to uh, believe in that? Would you just go tell him, "Oh no, trust me, soldier, I got you. I'm a leader that's here for you," and then you drive off in your Confederate flag car? So I would hope that people would consider that before they, take their car or their truck to the paint shop to get that kind of paint job done, or to go strap that flag up to the back of their pickup truck. I would hope people consider that. But in the end, in the final judgment, I would have to say that me personally, this guy right here, I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't really bother me that much anymore. Uh, Unless, of course, you do hold those feelings that we talked about earlier along with that flag. So you are a racist person and you do feel like, I don't know, you want to refight the Civil War or some crap like that. Well, then that's a different story. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm in a good mood. So we'll just leave it at that. So tell me what you think about that. Right in the comment section below. My name is Anthony, the MMA analyst, MMA and political analyst, excuse me, and I'll talk to you.